Imagine this. A 16-year-old girl leaves her home on an ordinary October day in 2019, excited about life, with dreams for the future. She never comes back. No goodbye, no explanation. Her family searches desperately as days turn into weeks, months, and eventually years. For 6 long years, her mother waited for answers that never came. Then, in 2026, everything changed. A suspect was finally charged with her murder. But to this day, Victoria Martinez's body has never been found. This is the heartbreaking true story of a young life stolen too soon, a family that refused to give up, and justice that arrived almost too late. Victoria Amirani Martinez was a 16-year-old high school student living in the small town of Sutter Creek, California, in Amador County. She was described by those who knew her as a typical teenager, full of energy, spending time with friends, and looking forward to the future. In early October 2019, Victoria was in a brief relationship with a man several years older than her. Her mother later discovered that Victoria was pregnant. On October 6, 2019, Victoria was last seen in the area. Some reports say her last confirmed sighting was around October 8th with classmates. Her cell phone was active until October 9th. She was supposed to attend a concert in Sacramento and return home that night, but she never did. Her mother, sick with worry, reported her missing on October 10th, 2019. Law enforcement from Amador County and neighboring San Joaquin County immediately launched a massive search. Victoria's vehicle was later found abandoned near Escalon in San Joaquin County. An eyewitness came forward, saying they had seen a young woman matching Victoria's description in a car with a man. The investigation quickly focused on Joshua Anthony Martinez, who was 21 years old at the time. Investigators learned he had been in a short relationship with Victoria. In the weeks and months that followed, authorities questioned him. He was arrested on suspicion of murder in late 2020, but the charges were eventually dropped due to insufficient evidence at that time. He was also charged with felony sex crimes involving a minor, but those charges were resolved in a way that left him free. For the next several years, the case went cold. Victoria's family lived in constant pain, not knowing if their daughter was alive or gone forever, unable to properly grieve or find any closure. As time passed, Victoria's disappearance became one of California's many unsolved missing persons cases. Her family never stopped searching. They held vigils, spoke to the media, and kept Victoria's name alive. Then, in 2025, a significant development gave them renewed hope. The San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office created a dedicated cold case task force, funded to review hundreds of unsolved homicides and suspicious disappearances with fresh eyes and modern tools. Investigators from Amador County and San Joaquin County worked together. They re-examined every piece of evidence, followed new leads, and put in tireless detective work. They presented the case to a grand jury in San Joaquin County. In February 2026, the grand jury returned an indictment. On March 12, 2026, U.S. Marshals arrested Joshua Anthony Martinez, now 28 years old, in Livermore. He was charged with murder, along with additional felony counts including unlawful intercourse with a minor, oral copulation with a minor, and sexual penetration with a foreign object on a minor. He now faces a maximum sentence of life in prison if convicted. In court appearances in March 2026, District Attorney Ron Freitas said the case marked the beginning of Victoria's journey for justice. He praised the cold case task force and the cooperation between agencies that made the charges possible after 6 long years. However, despite the charges, Victoria's remains have still not been located. Investigators continue to appeal to the public for any information that could help find her body, so her mother and family can finally lay her and her unborn child to rest. Victoria was more than just a case number. She was a daughter, a sister, a young woman with dreams that were taken from her far too early. Her family has endured unimaginable suffering, years of uncertainty, hope mixed with fear, and the daily ache of not knowing what happened. This case reminds us that justice can take time, but dedicated investigators and new resources can sometimes bring answers even after many years have passed. It also shows how cold case task forces across America are bringing renewed attention to forgotten victims. Today, Joshua Martinez remains in custody without bail as the legal process continues. If you have any information that could help locate Victoria Martinez's remains, please contact the San Joaquin County Cold Case Task Force at 209-953-7728. Even the smallest detail might bring closure to a grieving family. Victoria's story is a painful reminder that behind every missing person case is a real family waiting for answers. If this story moved you, please leave a respectful comment below. What do you think about cold cases being solved years later? And if you want more true stories of American mysteries finally seeing justice, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We have many more waiting to be told.